Hello everyone, this is an Aimsun video and I would like to talk about getting outputs, results, or basically how to view or check any data that is related to an object. And so objects in Aimsun can have a lot of data, and the data and results and outputs depend on this assignment, the scenario you run. So for example, a micro simulation or mesoscopic or a static macro simulation model can have different outputs. So like a static doesn't have, for example, queuing, because that's not really applicable there. So if you remember, in a previous video I showed you how to do OD matrix adjustment. And so I have that scenario here. You can see it is blue, and you can see here that it is blue. And whatever you select here, that depends on the scenario selected here. You can see there is another one listed, and that one is gray. I ran a mesoscopic scenario, so I can show you the differences between different models. And so if I look now at a node, for example, but whatever object you open, there is usually a time series tab. And in the time series tab, you have an option to show different data or outputs or attributes of that or for that object. You can switch between graph and variables. In this case, of course, it's like a point, so it doesn't draw anything. But you can have tabulated outputs as well. And you can have some options here that in this case is not really meaningful. But you can add like the date. And there are some like calculates the mean, and if you have like you can show the deviation if you have like a multiple, not just the dot. So if you go back here, you can also add multiple data sets, or you can remove them, and you can show them on the same graph. Attributes, or these variables or the data available, is shown here if you click on this little drop down list. And in this case, you only have 3 for a node. And you can also select the scenario there, which is currently only 1. And when it's applicable, you can select PCUs, different vehicle types, or all vehicles. And you can also make some changes to the graph. And so you can change the color and change the titles, basically. So just let me show you a turn. So if I go back, you can edit the turn, and if you go to time series, you can see there is a time series there. This is for the node. This time series is for the turn, so it is like an embedded window. If I go to time series here, it is for the turn, and you can see that for the turn, these are your available variables or attributes. If I select, I don't know, count, you can see that it's available for the RDS, the hourly turning count. I can show you, it is here. That is the hourly turning count, the RDS, and as you can see, it is blue, so it is also like retrieved. So if I go back to that turn, if I edit time series, you can select, for example, cost. You can see that is applicable for the static OD adjustment experiment. And again, you can select some vehicle types there. Let me show you then what happens if you have another scenario as well loaded in. In Aimsun, you can load in multiple scenarios, and you can select which one is the active. So I have run it previously. I will show you in a different video how to do these, but let's just accept that there is a mesoscopic, a different assignment. In a mesoscopic, you'll go into more details, yeah. So it's not as simplified as it is in a static or a macro model. It's a bit more complex, more data is taken into account, so obviously you can expect to have a bit more results or outputs. What you can do is you can right click on the experience or the run, this result, this run, and you can retrieve replication data. There are other things you can retrieve as well. And you can also, when you open the scenario, in the outputs to generate tab, you can set up where do you want to store. You can store it like in a project output database, or you can customize, or you can create automatic SQL or access file, or sorry, SQLite or access files. You can select if you want to generate time series or store in database. You can change the intervals and all that kind of thing here, but just make sure that these are ticked, but by default it is ticked. So here you can just retrieve it, and it retrieves it from a file that it saves, and that is the SQLite file shown here where it is stored. So it reads in that external file. And this shows that the data retrieved successfully, and you can see now that it is blue as well, not grey as it was before. Here you can see that now there are multiple replications. There is this DUE that is active, or you can also activate a different one, and then that becomes active. But you can select it as well. And the important thing is that whatever you select here, the view modes will show data related to those ones. So now we have the data for 2. So if I go back, edit a turn, time series, you can see there is a lot more. So if I click on speed, it shows that it's also only available for the mesoscopic run. It's called result 1075, result 1075, just that's the name of the run. But if I select a different attribute or variable or data, this one, for example, to cost TPF unit, that is only available for the static assignment. If you select the count, that's your RDS or your result. I mean mesoscopic result. There is also max Q, mean Q. And you can also select there. At this moment, it's only for the mesoscopic available, but if you have multiple mesoscopics or microscopic or hybrid outputs, you can also see all of those scenarios listed here, or applications. And you can also make some further selections when it's applicable. In this case, it's not. But you can also select different vehicle types. In this case, this one also, I just have one or all. They both will give the same. Later, of course, in later videos, we can go more detail into these when we know how to do these scenario tests, and we can do some testing on other things. And you can also add, so here, if I want to compare the max and the mean Q, then I can go to these graphs, and then you can see the two data. And the colors also can be changed, so you can have blue, you can have red. And basically that's it. You can have like different views and also different in like a tabulated. And you can also calculate GH, or you can copy out data and show everything here. So it's quite useful. So just keep in mind that if you can't see something here, it is because you just don't have that kind of a scenario data or result that you want. You can also unload data. So if I click, and you can do unload replication data. And as you can see, there are different data that you can retrieve and download. So you can unload it, and now then only this is blue. So this is the data that's available. And now if you click on this, you can't see the outputs that you can see here or you were able to see earlier, like these final path assignment and stuff like that. I know this was just a very quick video and I didn't go into a lot of detail, but I thought these basic steps are important before we move on. So yeah, as always, thanks for watching and consider liking and subscribing. And I would appreciate if you consider also supporting me. You can head to my Patreon, link is in the description, or on YouTube you can sign up as a member. Again, any question, just let me know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.